Hello. How's it going, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Glad to be back today. Welcome in. I saw Kuro chatting up. Kuro and Rehi, welcome in. Hey, G. You're back home after a long vacation. Glad you are back, and I hope you got some good rest while you were out. Let me make sure. I think it should be good. Yeah, I think my chat's connected correctly today. I looked Friday. So towards the end of Friday, I was not getting any of the YouTube chats on my end that like combines my chat so I can read them both. It logged out of my YouTube account like midstream. So it was there in the beginning and then it wasn't. Hey Blurry, welcome in. How's it going, everyone? Glad you could be here today. We have been working on the frog light farm. We got the interior of the design done. Need to do the exterior, so that's what we're going to be working on today. We're in creative for today. I feel like it's just a lot easier to do like farms in creative first, especially when you're trying to move things around, because I definitely would have got this wrong if I tried to build this first. We were going to do 2 of these farms, but actually decided just to go with the one, and I think we'll have plenty. Any issues? Just the thing logging me out, that's it. But we've got our frog light farm. I don't have any of the frogs in right now just because I tested it, it works, but I don't really want to mess with the mobs spawning and everything once I'm here. Don't want to listen to magma. So we do have it on peaceful right now. I do actually need to open to land so that I can have my axiom. But I think what we need to do to start out with is to just like start framing in the shape we've got going on. And then I will need to spawn proof all of this at some point too. But I'm gonna wait till we know like what's going where. Cause yeah, almost all of these blocks are going to be spawnable. We'll probably just add a ton of buttons or something. But yeah, we've got our auto sorting system over here. We had to do a dropper elevator. Hadn't done one of those in a long time. I don't think I've done one since the last time I actually made a frog light farm. Oh, and I've got some stuff in here. I was testing to make sure it actually worked. Let me make sure I've got 3 stacks. Got the exact number. Let's see. Okay, so we got all that put in. Are we gonna plan everything in survival or in creative first? Yes, for this farm we will. I don't do too much creative these days. But yeah, for farms, it definitely helps, especially because we're very limited on getting in and out. Like, this is our only drop, or our drop up, or our shoot up to get in here. That sounds wrong. I've been watching too much Breaking Bad lately. This is the way to get up, and then our way to get down. So I needed to make sure everything like worked around this before adding the farm and like getting the auto sorting system put in place. But yeah, we will be building it in survival later. So I think let's go ahead, and one thing I like about, I've already like filled all these in. One thing I like about Axiom is I can like switch hotbars like this, which is really nice. So I can like clear a hotbar but still have all my other ones, which is nice. Yeah, looking super cool. Sweet. I'm glad you guys like it. Had a lot of fun working on it. Much easier to design things in creative. Yeah, especially like if you don't know the materials you want. That's the biggest part, is like it can be a little limiting if you don't know what materials you want, or you don't readily have those materials available. And so sometimes like I spend so much time just collecting the materials only to find out that I don't actually need it. So we're gonna actually just go in with stone and start putting walls up on everything. Figure out where we can build. So we are a little limited, like this can't move because that's going to be reflected on the inside. So this may end up having to be like a terracotta wall, which isn't a bad thing. I feel like actually I'm going to take this out though. I want to make sure I know exactly what can't move. I don't want to get it mixed up with all the other stuff. So we'll do that. I just want like a basic framework of where everything can be. So I think that would most likely be a wall. This, we would go back here. Unless I want to pull these out, which I definitely could. Stick around on Twitch today as post YT. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, hello on the Twitch side as well. Yeah, my Twitch numbers don't do as well as my YouTube numbers, and I'm like really close to getting affiliate, but barely missing it. So I appreciate the support on Twitch for sure. Just to get to that next checkpoint. We're gonna actually use a lot of the extrude tool. So that is one of the nice things, is I can work with the axiom on here if I want. And a lot of this is tentative on the outside. Like this, I just wanted to put a door, but we may rework that. But yeah. Yeah, appreciate the help on Twitch. We are still just working through it for sure on the Twitch side of things. It's like YouTube does a really good job at pushing out lives. I've mentioned that before, but when you're on Twitch, it's just kind of like a based on your browse feature, I feel like. Oh, I definitely did not change my notification for Twitch. What did that even say? Oh, it says new Wi-Fi. Who it is? Hey, that still applies today. Okay, let's get these walls out. I'll most likely cap all these in. I don't think there should be any problems with the, what's it called? The farm. As long as I have like a certain amount of air blocks above it. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to be using stone. I'm just trying to get a like outline of where everything can go, so I know how much space that I need to fill in, and like I can start to shape it. A lot of the times working in stone helps me figure out like what I need to be doing. I do this a lot, and a lot of times if you can get the shape down with stone and like enjoy the shape without any color on it, then you'll have a lot easier of a time getting the rest of the design down. That's what I did with like my old trading hall, as I made the entire thing out of stone and then went in and like replaced it all later. Have I ever played Stardew Valley? Yes, I have. I didn't get very far in it. It was very overwhelming, and I actually tried to go back and like play again. But I didn't want to restart, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't know like where I was at, what I needed to be. What's my cat doing? Hold on. My cat just like jumped up on the counter. She doesn't do that a lot, and she knows she's not supposed to. But I think she's probably annoyed at me because I don't have like my closet door open right now for her to lay on my clothes. I need to get her a bed to protect my clothes from all the cat hair. But yeah, back to Stardew Valley. Yeah, I tried to go back and continue playing the last world that I was in a while ago, and I had like no idea where I should be planting things, like what needed to be done. And I was just like, I think I was in it for like 5 minutes, and I was like, I'm so lost. It's been too long. So I think if I do it again, I need to restart from the beginning. But I played it on my Switch, and I think that may have been part of my problem. I didn't really like it on Switch. But it's a very, like, it's a peaceful game, but I don't know. I've always felt like I was running out of time, so I was a little stressed in some situations. Hey, Axum, what's up? How's it going? Okay. I got stuck in there for a second. But yeah, we're working on some framework for this farm, figuring out where things go. I'm trying to decide like what I want to do with these overhangs. If I want to try to make rooms underneath. I don't really need any more rooms, but it's definitely an option. Okay, let's see. This is about the framework for that. We need to do this one over here. Yeah, I don't know where she went. She's being a little rowdy today. Usually she's like pretty chill in the morning, but as soon as I started, she like hopped up behind my computer, which usually leads to her like laying on my hand and I like can't do anything, which I can't complain. Actually, we need to send this back a bit. Excuse me. Hey, Metal, welcome in. This does not want to go. This is too close to my, redstone. I wasn't thinking when I did this one. Let's go this way. Give it a little space back here. Stray dogs follow you when you walk. That happened to me the other day. Doesn't happen a lot, but does on occasion. I messed something up and replaced all the bedrock with stone. What did I do there? Oops. I don't like that, even though it doesn't matter. I don't want this to look like stone. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, that might have messed things up. Did it? No. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do... I'm doing this. At some point, I think I raised up the bedrock. It's like still thinking. Got a new keyboard? That's exciting. I may need to get a new one soon. Yeah, I raised up the bedrock on accident. I may need to get a new one soon because mine has been dying so quickly as of lately. Let's go. Da, da. Every time I undo it, I have my shift set to control, and so it just keeps dropping me down. Okay, let's see. How far back ago did I accidentally raise the bedrock? I don't think it messed up any of my actual build. I think it stopped. But I definitely don't want to be dealing with that later on. Oh, it deleted, or it killed some of my frogs. Birthday's coming soon. Well, happy birthday. This, like, whenever the red is on the screen, I think that's it thinking. I can't even tell if it's doing anything. There we go. Okay. We lost some frogs in the process, but that's fine. Well, I feel like I'm obligated to pick up all these leads. Grab all these. Yeah, no frogs. Oh well, it's a good thing it doesn't actually matter in this world. Steel series. I don't know what I think that's what I have. But yeah, mine's just been dying really quickly. I have a wireless keyboard. That's probably part of my problem. Okay. Where were we when it stopped? I think it might have been... Oh, it's over here. Okay. Yeah, I gotta be careful with that extrude tool because it can cause problems. Let's go this way. I've done that so many times. I've learned, for the most part, I need to just like work in either a copy of a world or like start a brand new project whenever I use Axiom, because I have like a regular creative world that has a lot of different things in it that I've had going for a very long time, and I almost messed it up. My cat's here. Yeah, she wants attention. You can come say hi. It's always awkward picking her up around my mic. Let's see. Hold on. She's like not wanting to be held. This is Basil. She just wants attention right now. That's why she came up here. She just got behind the computer, and that means she's like ready to cuddle. I may have to go ahead and open up the drawer for her to lay in. I may go do that. Let go of me. Let go. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna move that. Okay. we put a blanket down so that she doesn't like cover all my leggings in cat fur. Because the other day, she usually sits right in the middle. Sorry, I'm smacking the mic. She usually sits right in the middle of my drawer, and the middle has some of the like leggings I don't wear too often. They're like weird colors. So luckily the ones she does get all her cat fur on are like the ones I don't really use, but the other day I finally went and wore a pair and it was just covered. The lint roller could barely get it all off. So that one took the majority of the cat hair, and so I've been trying to avoid letting her in there just because I don't want to have to deal with that all again. So yeah, I think we're gonna get her like a cat bed just to set in there when she does sleep in my closet, but I just put a blanket down for this time. She's funny though, she loves to lay on my clothes. It's very sweet. What are we doing? I feel like I want to leave some of this. It's like such a large building, it feels like. Okay, let's go back to doing this. Is this a copy of the world? It is. Yeah, I copy the world quite often just to like test things out if I want to. So I have like really old copies because I don't like deleting things either when I'm done with it. I usually keep like all my copies every time I make one. I think we can, let's go this way. And we'll go this way. I should be able to extrude all of these together. But yeah, this way too, I can keep my day counter down. That's one of the reasons why as well. So I'm really trying to get more than one episode out before I hit 2,000 days, but we may, definitely in this world, yeah, we're at 1964 in here. But that's because I was working on this for a majority of the last couple of days. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that for now. Now we got kind of a shape of what we're gonna be working with. Can't really push that back anymore. I could push this back a little more. Maybe we do that. And expand this up. So we could pull that. That might be the move actually. Because we can get a little bit more interesting shapes if we do that. Let me do the delete actually on this one. I do appreciate the delete tool for sure. Makes things faster. How do you make a copy? So if you type in %, app data, %, on a computer, just like in your search bar, it'll pull up your Minecraft folder, or just like that's your app data in general. You have to put both % though, or else it won't work. If you type that in, you'll have like a Minecraft folder and you can go in there. And then there's a folder that says saves. And I just like copy and paste it and then I rename the new one. Okay, we can kind of pull this back a little bit. I don't really want to get too close to the redstone though, so we probably won't do that. Question is, do I want to indicate that there's a farm on the outside? I think that could be fun if I actually ended up just like taking this out and left the glass. So then all of these I think would push back a little bit. But possibility. We do have a really weird shape to work with here. So I've got to think of how I want to set this up. We can get this shorter. Right now I took out the block above because I could put a beacon under. I haven't decided if I actually want to do that. This one can be a little problematic because you have to like immediately push forward or you hit the ceiling. I could open up the ceiling, but I don't know if that's really going to fix the situation. And I did test it. If I fall down there on the pressure plate, no armor, I will not survive it. This one is fine. Okay. Oh, I always do that. I use the delete button on the door and it just gets rid of it. Okay. I kind of want to see what can I open up. So like I could put some, not balconies, but like I could have a support in these areas below. Make it like a patio, but it's not gonna be a patio. Some type of like outdoor-ish space. And same with this here. This is my planning process. Getting all the shapes figured out. Let's do this. This one, not so much. I could open it, but not to the same extent. So that's kind of what we're working with as far as like must be covered, must have walls. So I'm gonna have to stare at this for a second. I don't know if I'm wanting to go for like a sloped roof at all, or if I do want to have the glass like farm kind of popping up like that. Let's see. It's such a weird shape. Let's take, oh wait, no, that's just because it's up here. Let's just take that out. Oh, undo. I have like cat hair in my face now from picking her up. Okay. I'm not really liking this door. And we don't need this here. Like specifically. This could change. I do need this, but this and this can go. So I can mess around with how this faces. I kind of want to take it out for now because I don't, this is like a very like classical style that I did right here, and that doesn't necessarily have to be what we go with. Let's do that. Okay. I think I need to find like the primary bulk of the building and then build off from there, because I can make any roof work if I have to. But I don't know if we're going for a full roof. Let's see. Bear with me, there's gonna be a lot of flying around and staring at it until I figure out what I want to do with it. Part of the process. Let's see. So I can kind of see like bringing this up, say there and there, and making this like a primary shape. And it doesn't feel like this should have like sloped roofs. I'm not getting house vibes. I don't think house is what we're going for. I'm thinking it's feeling like a drop on planet. Like, that doesn't not make sense. It's feeling like a structure that's been dropped on a planet. It's the only thing in view. Very, like, more alien. And I think we could work with that. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. How's the day going on, by the way? It's Thursday for you? Oh, I see. Yeah, it's Wednesday for me. Day's going pretty well. Glad to be streaming again today. Wasn't able to on Monday. But yeah, glad to be back. I'm trying to figure out... There's like... What would it be like? Space station. I need an inspiration. Not space station. Not station. Space build on moon. I don't know what to call it. Because apparently the space station is floating. I don't know what they call them. A base? Space base? Moon base? Trying to see if there's anything that can inspire what I'm trying to go for. I don't want it to look like super Star Warsy, I guess. Like I want it to definitely have some more color to it than some of these other ones. I don't want it to just be like plain metal containers. So I'm trying to see if there's anything that like really fits with what I'm thinking. There's a lot of like Lego sets that are pretty cool. And the lucky thing with these is that they're usually pretty unusual shapes. You see, I see a lot of domes though. I'm not trying to go for a dome. Oh yeah, planetary dome as I read your chat. I'm not trying to go for like a circle, but I do like, let me see, like planetary space build. But yeah, we don't have a lot of circles to work with, but we can do more of like the glass roof type structure. Yeah, a lot of these like spacey builds are amalgamations of shapes. Maybe that's the vibe we go for on the Nether roof with all the builds, is make them like very spacey, which would be kind of fun. I don't get to work with that style a lot. Okay. I think we could work with that. So I see a shape here. I think we could do like almost a silo shape here. Maybe make this out of a colored wool so that I can get the shapes visible. I feel like maybe this way. I put 4 back on that one. That one's 3, so this needs to come back here. Let's do this. Solar system builds in the end. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be a good place to do more floating builds for sure. I don't build in the end much, but I'd like to eventually. Let's see. I want to replace all this with the wool. Hey Debug, welcome in. Farm do we make? We have a froglight farm. And this is also our like access to the Nether roof. I think I can just actually drag and do all that. Let's turn that off. And yeah, I feel like this could just start to come up really high, or it could be a shorter build. But I think we could have more like a silo type look going on right here. Let's get our extrude tool. But yeah, I wasn't sure if we could replace chains with other stuff. Turns out you just need something that the big magmas can't fall through. So I did like a combo of end rods and iron bars and chains here. I wanted to try candles at one point, but I think they're too low for it to work. Let's do this. Let's see. Connect portal to the overworld. I like having just like a direct access because this is right above my normal portal and I don't want my normal like home portal to go to the roof. I like being able to get to the nether. And also all of my tunnels, my like transportation is in the main part of the nether. It's not on the roof right now. I had a couple just for getting the frogs, but I like traveling in the nether and building tunnels. Space planetary colony. Thank you. That sounds like what I've been looking for. So I'm like, what do I call this? Trying to think of like all the movies I watch. Ooh, speaking of, I love the movie Ready Player One. I don't think they would have very many builds. You don't get to like see the outside a lot of the builds in that movie, but I do like that movie and feel like I could take inspiration from it. Yeah, I like the little colonies. They're also rounded. Maybe I need to be making things more rounded. I like the more... There's like this one that kind of looks almost like shipping containers in a way. Space shipping containers. Yeah, I think this could be cool as like something to grow on the nether roof just as we get more farms up here. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm definitely picking up the fact that we won't be using columns on the outside of the build, which is something I definitely rely on a lot to create depth. But I think we'll do more like patterns or like bands of color variation. I think we could do that. Yeah, I think we can work with this. It helps with creating a biosphere with rainfall. That's interesting. Like, I am tempted to try to dome this. I definitely think I could. I don't know when... Like, I think I am limited to what I can do here before ghasts start to spawn. And I need to figure out... I think this has to stay the way it is, or else ghasts could spawn down here. But that doesn't mean I can't do more shapes on top of it necessarily. I don't want to turn on my like spawn. I don't want to turn off peaceful just yet, because I think that is going to cause problems and things are definitely going to start spawning in. Skulk blocks, yeah, we've already got the skulk blocks. We'll probably use them a lot more as we start to figure out these shapes. I do like the skulk in this area. But yeah, I think I can maybe start to shape that up a bit, but I do think I have to keep these lower levels of glass. So maybe we could use like a color for that. But let's get the overall look, because that may not even... This would probably go up one more. That may not even end up being visible yet. Let's see. I think that could be fun though. So we got overall shape here, more of a silo shape there. What would they do? This could just be floating and like we give it legs. I do see that on some of these designs where this probably goes out a little too far. Give me like a stair. I'm gonna go with just like, no, not diorite. We'll stick with white for now. Just because I want to see how this looks. Plants in your build, the dome not necessary. Oh yeah, that's true. Definitely something I might consider though, because I think it could fit the vibe, and that's definitely like in a lot of the pictures I'm looking at. What if I do that without closing it off? Okay, now if I do close it off, what does it look like? This seems a little skinny, so I'd probably have to bulk it up a bit. I want to see the shape. That looks a little too chunky at the end. Let's see if I could use like a fence. But I am seeing that sometimes they just have these like support columns at the base. Actually, let's go to quartz again. Oh, that's not going to connect. Never mind. I either need to make it way chunkier up top so that I can put stairs on the bottom. I need to find a different way to do... Oh, wait. I don't think I could do this. What if I do this with a redstone block? Not really the color I'm going for, but if I want these to sit above like that, that's like the only way to do it. I'm gonna hold that for now. I'll adjust as we go. But I want to take this out so I can actually see what we're doing. Okay, what if I do that again on this side? Which I think the edges of this are probably going to come out a bit. It kind of looks cool to have that like red glow there with the light. But I feel like I need to incorporate some red elsewhere if we're going to do that. See, that kind of looks a little too thick. I'm going to leave it so I can see. But what if I break these on one side so I can have options? It's so weird seeing it just like immediately close. But options. Sci-fi nerd is losing her shit. That's funny. I may need to watch some sci-fi, some homework, watch some more, because it's been a little while since I've watched anything super futuristic. I do love a good futuristic movie, but I feel like the ones I like are probably not true sci-fi. Like, I don't know if you can consider Ready Player One as sci-fi, but I love that movie. I love the book. And that one, and then Passengers, not even really sci-fi either, but that's another one of those like comfort movies for me, is Passengers, and I just like the little spaceship they're in. Also, yeah, send some movie recs. I need to see some good ones. I am definitely not in the same area. I love WALL-E so much. One of my favorite Disney movies is WALL-E. Or that's Pixar, not... I guess kind of Disney. Love all of those, yeah. I don't know any movies that I've watched recently that are like true sci-fi. Okay. So I think we can work with that though. Having these on like these columns. Because I do see that almost like it's been planted into the ground in a way. Or like, not planted, but braced to the ground. Let me see what else. There's some other cool stuff where it just looks like space skyscrapers. Not going for a skyscraper now, but that could be something to consider whenever I do like a gold farm on the nether roof. Do one of these like spacey skyscrapers. But yeah, it does seem kind of common for them to have these little legs. They're probably for stability, to like make sure everything's level, since you can adjust them. Wall-E is peak. I love Wall-E so much. It's such a good movie. Idea. Don't know about this side, but I just saw something that gave me some inspiration. I can only go back so far over here though because of the... We may have to do it on this side. Ignore my columns I just made. We're gonna work around them for a second. Let's delete this. I see something that's like... I need to work on my circle building skills. I think... How do we undo this? This is gonna be more oval, which maybe that's not a problem. Okay, it's kind of hard to see this color. I need to go back to wool because I can't see the gray. Let's do orange. But yeah, Wall-E's a comfort movie for sure. One of those that I just randomly want to watch. I also love Wreck-It Ralph. Another like oddly enjoyable movie for me. Let's do this. I think that could be kind of fun to have this random like extension of a cylinder. It's not a true circle, but I think that's fine. It could be like that, and then we have like rings that go around. Like that. And once again, all of this is gonna have to be spawn proofed, which is gonna be a pain. I think that might be, that's too close. If I did this and then one more, it would put it here. So I think we'd have to go that way. Let's do that. Do that, and where's my extrude? Shrink. Take those. Okay. Let's say we go 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3 here. One more. This is making me think of Despicable Me. That one villain that wears orange. Okay, in this view, I think drop this and we go for the red option rather than the that one just looks too formal and it's also way too bulky. Let's do this, break these. That probably will get like wool or something under it. They may need to go out a bit. It looks stable enough for now. I didn't finish pulling this one over. Let's do this one. And this way. Where's my delete? Do these. So we got a weird shape there, but I think that works. As far as like it jutting out like that. We can't do that exact same thing here just because we got all the redstone under there. We got the dropper elevator. But we could kind of do something similar. And frame it out same way. But then just have some type of like buffer right there with like a window or something. Fake window. We're not actually gonna have windows looking into redstone, but what if I do this? And then 1, 2, 3. Go this way. Go down. Level designs from Doom. First we have to play some more for the buildings. Let me see. I don't know anything about that. Game? Yeah, I've Doom level designs. I feel like I've heard about it. I feel like it was mentioned in Ready Player One. But I've never played it or seen it. That's pretty cool. They got like a spacey Coliseum. That's, yeah, that is neat. I do also like the game Ratchet and Clank. And that's all about like traveling from space to space. Or planet to planet. Yeah, I think we can work with this. I haven't done a lot of spacey designs in my time, so trying something new. Testing my hand. No, this way. And down here. Where does this one go? Here. Here. And then this over. I think like that. So we can have something like this, and then maybe there's like a wall that comes down right here. It helps working with quartz on all of these just because I can see it pretty well, and it does give the like modern futuristic vibe. Very colorful. Or not colorful, but clean slate. This almost looks like snow. If I made an entire build out of snow on the nether roof, that would be interesting. I need to extrude this way, I think. Expand that way, and I can go as far out on this way as I need to. So that's centered. Say we do that. The Nether is inspired by Doom. I don't know if I knew that. I feel like I've heard of that before. And some military pist. Yeah, I have a couple of them up here. I like the like LED lighting almost. They almost have not honeycomb, because it's like a, what's the word for that? It's like an elongated hexagon. They have a lot of those shapes. That's kind of cool. That could be fun to do as like a surface texture. What else? Some of these aren't just like straight on pictures of an exterior. A lot of like interior photos I'm seeing, but I do have a couple. I see. So they do kind of have like columns, like they're supporting points, but they're just a little bulkier in a good way. like dots along the design. Okay, they do kind of like a banded design. Taking notes. So one thing I've been thinking about doing is to make like false windows. Which I feel like if I did a false window or like a more spacey one, it's gonna be a little lopsided. It's not gonna be symmetrical. I think that's a good thing. Or I could just try the like texture. What if I do that actually? Go back to my that. We can try windows later, but I want to grab like magenta concrete. So some of this stuff I saw, it was like these hexagon shapes, which I don't know if this is gonna work at this scale, but I just want to experiment. This one. So this would probably want to go like down here. I definitely would need stairs to make something like this work. I just need to use my delete tool because I keep on grabbing the wrong blocks. Let's see, what has stairs and color? Let's go to the crimson planks. Portal went through actual hell. That's crazy. That's pretty cool though. This would have to be probably like this. We're just testing shapes right now. Probably that. No, that's not angled enough. Do and this. That's more like the shape I would need. I don't know if they'd look good next to each other. I don't plan on putting this here, but I do want to see what I can do with it. Because yeah, then you have this part right here that gets a little thick if I swap it with fences. I think that could be cool. No. I'm trying to force this to not connect. Okay, we're good. This almost seems like it has too many non-clean lines, if you know what I mean. Like all the stuff I've been seeing is very, very clean, crisp lines. Very modern profiles. And with the fences here, it doesn't really do that. I do have the shape that I was going for. I could put this somewhere else. Eventually. Noted in my mind, this isn't the place for it. But I can make the shape. Let me go really far back because I think it'll look cooler from a distance. I wish it was like a glowy block. I wonder if I could... Wait, idea. Before we move on. Frog light, since I'm gonna have those soon enough. What if we did this? That kind of looks cool. I have to like squint, get a proper understanding of what it looks like at a distance. Now it's got the glow that I want. That's not terrible. Is it gonna go right there? Maybe not. And I feel like the pink might be too much, but once we have like other colors, I can gauge that a little bit better. But not terrible. I wonder if I can combine it with the other thing I was thinking of doing. So I kind of want like glass panes. If I'm going to do windows or window inspired things. I don't know if magenta or purple would be better. I feel like magenta. But let's say I do like honeycomb. Like, but some random like texture block behind the glass pane to make it look like it's a window. But it's not actually a window. This looks like a shirt. Like, I feel like I've seen a shirt with this pattern on it before. I'm gonna leave that for now. We'll come back to it, because it may evolve. But I could see this wrapping the corner and being kind of neat. Right, frog lights are very spacey. Yeah, it definitely needs a lot of glow. As much as possible. If you see me do this, this is me trying to like imagine it from a distance. Blur all the edges so I can actually get a good read on what it actually looks like. I do that a lot when I'm working on stuff. I'm just like squinting. Yeah, it probably wouldn't actually be honeycomb. It'd probably be, let me see. I used a lot of warped wood on the inside. And I think these are kind of the colors we're trying to stick with, are the colors from the interior. Now I feel like as I work on this, I'm gonna end up wanting, yeah, I like that better than the honeycomb. For now. Honeycomb looks good with the orange wool, but we're probably not gonna do orange wool. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna eventually probably end up having to fix the interior a little bit. Because this feels a lot less spacey. Still spacey up here, but the columns, I feel like at least that needs to change. Maybe not. We'll see. Or maybe these just become clean white instead of the quartz pillars. What if I do this instead? Yeah, luckily also end rods are pretty spacey. Oh. Yeah, I feel like it needs something more like that on the inside. We'll see though. I'm gonna leave it how it is now. So I do like this, and it's gotta like blend between what I have below versus what's gonna be up here. So it might be a good buffer to kind of keep my normal style right when you pop up, but as you like start to move outside, it'll adjust a little bit. We'll leave it like that for now. Okay. So we've got our weird design. We've got our weird like cylinders popping out. This would probably have to go this way. Let's see. This is part of the farm, so whatever I change there has to change on the inside. So I feel like this needs to at least come out right here. And I think we could figure out how to like turn the corner with this in a neat way. If this ends up staying where it's at least. I don't want to like minimize this overhang too much though. But I do need room to like work with what's behind the wall. So even with that overhanging, we're gonna need some space back here to cover up what's going on. Let's take this out. Just undo all the work I already did. I just needed this to get an idea of what I wanted to do, and now I feel like I'm getting a better understanding of it all. What was one of the other patterns that I saw? So let's try and make this wall design that I'm looking at on a different wall. Or maybe this would go on the entrance. They kind of have a... This is the Doom thing that I'm looking at. I'm just gonna build this in front. But they kind of have this angled pattern that goes all the way up. And it's just like the wall itself. It like angles all the way down to the bottom. And then they have these like large columns. Let me think this through. Kind of what I'm doing right now is just getting options of what I can work with. So then I can kind of pick and choose what I actually want. I do feel like asymmetry is my friend in this situation. This is as I make something that's symmetrical, but I'm more so talking about the fact that the door would not be symmetrical completely. Now if I did that and then grab like a gray, dark gray something. I'm hearing frog, soul frog. I want to see what this looks like. That's too harsh of a line. It may have to come out. So, well, what if I did that, but back here? I don't want the inside and the outside to feel too different from one another. So I'm gonna have to make sure I like blend these decently well. But I do want to see what this looks like. If I grab quartz, stairs, and slabs. I can either just slab it all the way up. I feel like this needs to be thicker. Right there. What if all of these just have like a stair that goes to the back? They may be too many different like depths. I feel like I liked it better with just the slab. So yeah, I'm gonna grab like a random concrete color. I don't care what color because this will change later. Giving Minbari from Babylon 5. I'm looking up all these things. I feel so uncultured having to look it all up. Oh, I like their colors. Definitely got the colors pretty similar. It's like purples and greens and blues. These people with funny heads. That's fun. Let's do this. I really don't know what I'm doing at this very moment. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You go away. I don't know what I'm doing at this very moment other than testing things out. Okay, random shape. I kind of like this vibe though of just being able to walk directly in from the outside. Not even needing a door. Because who needs a door? Not me. Not I. Kind of fun. I don't think this is the shape I want to go with, but I think it It at least gave me an idea on how to enter. Let's see what other like options. I could do like a circular door. Or not circular door, but like a little tunnel. Okay, take all this out. You're gone. Grab the quartz block. So it would probably continue like that. I think I'd have to pull this out a little bit further to get like proper connection to the ceiling, but let's just do this for now. We'll pull it out a little bit. We'll go up here. Feel like maybe this here. And then 1, 2, where would I want the top to be? Important question. 2. I feel like this, I don't want to send it out one further. I think we're kind of getting to that point where I need to. What if I do stair? Give me stair. I thought I had one. There you are. Do stair there, stair there. Get that like circular shape. This back here is making it hard for me to actually see what I'm doing. Not really one of the more well-known sci-fi series these days. I've never heard of that one before. Like, never even heard it referenced. Some of these ones you're mentioning, I'm like, yeah, I've definitely heard of it. That's one. That's one I have not. I need to, like, do this real quick so I can actually see the shape I'm working with, because there's so much white that I can't see. But I need something that's got stairs. Let's break that and go up here too. And pull this back. We're gonna take all this out. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. This becomes a slab situation. Oh wait, no, it's slab and stair. Maybe that is too much. Let's do that. No, I think I like it better with the stair. Cleaner transition. And then I feel like I need one more of these. And then I would need stair here. Stair here. And then slab. And then triple slab. And then we do slab, stair, wrong way, stair, that, and that. I don't like the shape of it. I think it needs to go down one further. Also, did I take these out right here? Yeah, I think that actually is good. I feel like it needs to be shorter though. Slab, slab, break that, slab, slab. Definitely less circle and more oval, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Because maybe that's our like recurring shape, is more like these ovals. So we got that over there. I don't think I need it to be like a super tall space though. I do need to connect it up to this ceiling though. And the way this ceiling is, This would come across here. And that's where it would end. What's going on here? I think this needs to come in. Wait, did I mess that up? Something's off. That's what's off. Actually, this is a good thing. Okay, take this out. We've got slab. These go out. This comes out. This all comes out. We would go like this. It actually gives us a centered light, which is good because I didn't have that before. I messed it up. So glad to figure out that that was actually incorrect. Okay, so that's where that would sit. And then all this can come out right here. And I don't need... Wait. Stop it. Erase connected. That one. That one. Okay. So this is not needed right here. I don't even think this is needed. Yeah, we can take that out. So I think if I extend all this back, I just need to figure out how I want to connect up. Which I think I could do something with iron bars, maybe. Let's take these out and expand these. Oh, undo. Okay, undo. I keep on accidentally using that on the wrong button. Roll these back. Oh, undo. That's weird. If I extrude up, it just like repeats it up. That could be a cool pattern. What's missing? This. Oh, and then I don't have this. Actually, it kind of looks, well, this is spawn proof. If I keep that stair there, that may be what we end up needing. And I think I'd want these all to be purple. Now what if I grabbed iron bars? If I did something with these up here, what does it look like? Kind of look funny. Not the move. I feel like this is definitely going to be one of those like trust the process type of projects because I am figuring out as I go. This feels like it needs to be thinner. Petition for quartz walls. Why aren't those a thing? I can use a diorite wall. Not ideal. But I don't like the chunkiness of this. Alternative. Probably not going to do this, but I do want to see what it looks like. What if these all... This is definitely just going to end up being more chunky than the other, but I want to see it. I wish I could change the color of redstone blocks. A magenta redstone block would be pretty neat. Like, the trapdoor covers it enough to where it's like not too much of a problem though. I just feel like I need to incorporate more red if this is the case. And the red does not really go with these other colors that great. But I maybe can make it work. Like, that kind of looks neat. From a front, it's definitely chunky. But in a good way. It is getting hard to kind of see the outline of the white, though. I think I like this better than this. And I like this better than it was with the just quartz. But yeah, I think we're at a point where we're gonna have to start like incorporating some darker colors because the quartz is gonna get to be too much over time. Let's do that for now though. See, now it's making this feel skinny. But that's not right. If I do this and swap that for stair. Oh, I'm using the wrong quartz slab. Yeah, it's so pale right now, I can't even see what I'm doing. Possibilities. We'll figure it out. Anyways, we got a weird little tunnel thing. We need some darker colors this way to counter all the quartz, because the quartz is getting to be a little too much. I could swap the quartz for purple. Options. Hello, Emiliano. We are working on covering up this frog light farm that I got going. We're trying to make it a little sci-fi-esque. And it's mostly just a lot of experimenting at this point. Just trying to figure out what I can do, what blocks I can work with, patterns. And yeah, it's a little crazy right now. I'm taking all this out. I've decided I don't need the stone anymore. Yeah, I feel like I need some darker backgrounds. I could just embrace the skulk and make the entire thing skulk. Well, I see, my problem is I don't want to build with some of these blocks until I know for a fact that I'm going to be putting them where they're at, because I don't want to like come in here and think I can take all this skulk out. If I build a skulk... Oh wait, I didn't mean to grab the exact same wool I already used. Oh, I don't have that. Let's do this. We're going to replace all this with something of color so I can actually see. We don't need that. I can do these up till this point to get this shape. I have bad influence now. This is good. I appreciate the knowledge because I would not know of like half of these references without just doing like a big deep dive. So that could be a shape. I think we'd have to go up to like this point. Let's get our extrude tool and go this way. So there's a shape. What other shapes do I want to make? Let's grab a purple. feel like this, I could have like this smaller, shorter block here. This one's gotta go probably all the way back here. Probably like this. Oh wait, no, I guess this one, go back to erase. Let's do that and that. This one I think we want to, do I have a tool to make like a box? Max me extrude. No, I don't. That's okay. Let's bring this back here. So I do need to end this teal at something anyways. So that's another shape. I feel like this should probably be squared off so that it doesn't compete with the shape of that. Probably the same situation with this. Do like that. And maybe we do end up like rounding off the edges, but for now I feel like these all need to be distinctly rectangles. What's going on here? So what if I just continue this? That may be a little too much. I want to see what it looks like though. So this needs to go here. Looks like we're going up one more for this one. That actually probably doesn't need to go up as high as it is. I want to see what this looks like though. It'd probably look cooler if it was shorter than this one. If this is like our primary shape. Yeah, I think I can drop this to here. So I think I can drop all this one block. Drop that to here. Cover all this back. Man, these frogs are gonna have a weird, or no, the magmas are gonna have a weird view from the inside of their little dome. And I think we want to bring this one here, and then we'll straighten it out. Like this. Let's do that and this way. Something like that-ish. What a weird shape. Oh well. Yeah, I feel like this needs to come up taller, the yellow. Let's just... Here's my extrude. That's a little too much. Probably 3 blocks taller. Yeah, that's 3. This right here is gonna get a little weird. Let's go back to doing this thing. And no, that's not what I meant. I want to grab that so that I can extrude it. Do that. And where do we want this to hit? So this needs to go to like here. Did I turn the corner here? I did, okay. And then this would go here. Right to that-ish. Let me see. Yeah, I think probably to here. Actually, it looks like right now we're skipping that bottom section. Okay, so let's do this. Did I mess that up? Go back there. 4. Okay, these are our weird shapes at the moment. Let me break all this dome action up here for now. Figure out what to do with that later. Oh, that's in the wrong spot. This is so chaotic for me. I've never built in this fashion before. I feel like that needs to be where it's at. Let me go back to doing this thing with here. So if I do this, where does the next one go? Next one goes here, and then here. Go here, here, question mark. Yeah, it looks like it sits above. And then this would be here. That's if we want it to match, which I'm not quite sure yet if we do. That and this one. Glad these actually line up well though with the multiples of 3 when it comes to these little bands across. We don't really have one on this side though. Where do we put this? And I don't have anything going on right here yet. I don't really like this rectangle anymore. It's a little too much. Too tall, too bulky. Let's go back down with it. Maybe this comes up instead. Options, we'll see. But let's go ahead and recreate the wool on this other section now. And there, yeah. One, oh wait, this gotta go here. Then we go 1, 2, 3 here. Here, here. Then last one goes here. Yeah, spawn proofing. Don't even want to think about that right now. That's going to be a problem. I'll deal with that later. Okay, weird shape. Weird build. I feel like this should actually stop sloping. We should match it. Let's just break these. So wherever this sits is the last one. So I think this needs to go straight back this way. Get rid of these ones. Close this in. And I like that shape better. It does kind of feel like this needs to be tall. Let's see. Like it needs to capture that thing. So many weird colors. Okay. How is this shape now? I like that shape better, but it does kind of feel like it doesn't completely feel balanced. I don't love all of this white under here. Specifically this one. If I go in here, what do I got waiting for me? So this is solely because of the wall design on the interior. I'd like to take out both of those if I can, but I don't think that that's gonna work on the inside. How do you know if you're live on Twitch? It is not like YouTube at all. It will always be live. You can't like fast or rewind at all, which I think is a good thing in some ways. I was so used to that with Twitch for a while, and then there were a couple times I accidentally was behind on YouTube and I like didn't even realize that was a thing. So like I used to pause or like mute and then come back, and it just brings you back to live. But yeah, I don't really want to take out any of these patterns on the outside. I think if I did, I could potentially take out, like, what would I want to take out is what I'm wondering. If I wanted to pull this over, it would be till probably here. So I'm thinking if I did give it, okay, we'll have to do this now. Put this all back. So just for a quick test, let's say I took this out. I think I'd want to at least go this far back. Also, I want to grab this. No, not right now. So I could do something like this, and it doesn't have to take up as much depth. But I'm trying to decide if that's even worth it. If I do this way too. That kind of messes with my colors. It's way too bright. Orange with the skulk. Yeah, the orange, honestly, it feels a little bit like, it works well with the skulk for sure, like complementary, but it doesn't feel as off as like some of these do. And I do think we're gonna have to start to bring in more of these colors if I'm gonna keep the redstone. This though, not working. I like the idea, but not the colors. Colors are too bright. It's like detracts from this view. But I like the texture, or like the pattern. I'm wondering if I just replace the light with trapdoors instead. It's like that doesn't detract as much as the other did, and I don't think that's bad. Let me see. This could work. Let me go back to my end rods at the top. That's like a completely different direction. We may do this. Because it's not completely necessary to have the pattern reflected on this side, and I do already have it elsewhere. And I would kind of like to get rid of that space in the back. It's sticking out a little too much on this side, making it a little difficult. Twitch is so quiet. I'm not sure what would make it more quiet than YouTube. It may just be the way their audio works, but on my end, it should be the same audio settings. I've never noticed that before, though. Let's see. If we did this, I can take these down up here. We don't need that. Oh wait, no, I took one down that I needed. I lied. Talking about chat. Yeah, it tends to be. That's one reason why I do like having both going at the same time. Because Twitch is hit or miss. It seems like Twitch may be more lively in the evening. Especially like sometimes on YouTube that is reflected as well. Yeah, not the actual sound. That's good to know, because I was like, I don't know what I did wrong. But no, that's good. I want to grab this. Say we turn this into Skulk. For now. I could like close that in or something. No, I don't like that. Anyways. This is an option just to like have some type of depth there. I don't know if I like it more or less. I don't think I like it as much as I did with it having like the detail in the wall, but I do think it's nice not having to have that much space taken up out here. Like all this can go away. And I've already got the texture, that same exact design in other places where I think it's fine. I think that's gotta be there. Yeah. Let's pull this back. But now I can at least get rid of some of this. Actually I should probably keep this here. Pull this back, I guess. I think I could put the columns back in over here. Which, let's see. Let's grab our blocks. And where are they? They're inset from this. Oh, I never filled this in on the back over here. On either of them, I don't think. Yeah, this one needs to go too. Let's see. And this way. Actually, think that helps. Go that way. That one's good. I feel like this should have a band going this way then. And does this go here? Yeah. Yeah, I skipped that on this part. Like frame in the skulk. Okay, let's do that. And we'll just go ahead and do a little placeholder wool. Like that. Connect, yep. Oh, I need over here too. Yeah, I may need to watch some movies later tonight. Just for research purposes. Get some other ideas that fit within the vibe. Okay, so there's that. I definitely need this quartz wall to have some color behind it. I want to see real quick what this looks like if I start to turn the corner with it. Do that and that. Oh, I messed that up. That goes that way. This goes this way. This is kind of weird right here. It pops up. I don't think I could take that out. This will be a little problematic. I don't think I can properly turn the corner with this proportion, but we can do that. I mean, kind of turns the corner. Do this. And where are you? Right here. Yeah, I can't really turn the corner the way I want to. I feel like I want this gone. Can I go back further? I could use the dark blue terracotta. Just embrace that instead. Let's break this. I don't like this corner right here. Do that. Let's do this. Oh wait. This needs to just go straight out. If I extend it, it's gonna extend the wall of the farm. And then what if I just took out this corner? And then I can't completely mirror that because this has redstone dust. Amazing. Love that. And I can't move that. We'll figure that out. That's got to be its own thing though. Its own section. And then what can I do here? So shrink. Yeah, we could just bring this over. At least then I can actually like see the color in the background. Okay, what are some other weird wall spacey designs I could do? Because this will probably, I mean, what if I just do some type of band along it? I need a color. What's gonna stand out right now? Probably like bright green. I don't think I have any other green right now, so let's do that. And I want to see what this looks like. I'm kind of like just repeating the same pattern but doing a little swirl on it. I feel like I need to look up like cyberpunk building techniques just to... Ugh, that's not good. Bad color combo right there. Like not bad, but weird color combo. It reminds me of Zack and Wheezy from Dragon Tales. Did anybody ever watch that? Loved that show as a kid. I think this is a little too loopy. I need a little more control of that shape. That was a little too free-handed. Let me see if there's any others that I like the pattern of. What's a red block that I could start to introduce? Is there any like block I could bring in that there's this one, but would combine all the colors I'm working with? That's my question. Like if it's something that could tie together the red with all the, also like the purple and the teal and maybe the orange. I don't think there are many options in Minecraft that has those color combos. I mean, we got Nether wart. We could maybe try and use that somewhere. Wait. Why don't I just bring in a ton of torch flowers? That's always my go-to when I need to combine a ton of colors. Torch flowers make everything look better. See, it's got some purple. Not so much pink, but it brings things together. I feel like I'm at a point now where rectangles are not my friend. Like, it looks cooler to have these, like, jagged, whatever you want to call it, edges. Almost more oval-like. I don't want to bring that down. Like this. I don't like having a random block in my offhand. Can you go? I need to go back to my wall patterns. What if I just do it like a band of end rods? Keep doing that. Or even like sections of whatever that's called. Oh, I just lost my end rod. You do kind of have an issue with like, what do you do in the corner here? But that's fine. Definitely not that. That's not what you do. Let's go back to this. I thought he was always gonna put like this base of the end rod away from me, but I guess not. That. I think stuff like that's a friend. We may be at a point where I need to do like layers to the actual wall textures, because I think that helps in some situations when you're trying to add depth. So this is all chaos. It's a lot of pick and choose whatever needs to be addressed first in my mind. What are my other references I've got going on? Let's see. End rods are definitely my friend. What else do we got? Yeah, a lot of these have more like curvy edges. They're not super rectilinear, which is why I feel like I need to turn away from the clean lines. So let me see what I can do. Like, even though this is kind of weird looking, I still think it's working, oddly enough. It feels like I should probably use this yellow and continue it onto the other side. Like have this be one long connection. And if that's the case, well, no, I can't do that with the purple. It'd be its own thing. Where does the yellow hit this? Yellow hits under that. Looks like yellow would hit here. I can actually pull this all the way down too, which is nice. I wasn't sure what I could actually work with here. We do have this band of hoppers above though. That's going to be a little strange. Let's fix that. Maybe I just work the hoppers into the design with trapdoors or something. Maybe not. We'll see. Then this way. I'm gonna go in and like make a Litematic for the, or a schematic for this, and there's just gonna be like random pieces of wool in my material list. I'm already calling it now. So I'll like miss some of these random ones that are tucked away. Let's extrude. Okay, so there's another weird shape. I can't do anything with this though, which is annoying. Maybe this just goes right here, I guess. End it, but like subtly. I'll have to do something about that. But shape-wise, it is weird, but I think we can make the vibe work. We need to figure out how to connect this thing at the top. Okay, let's do some layering. This needs to come all the way back here. Okay, let's grab like... Trying to think. I feel like this is a good time to reference like a cyberpunk build that's actually from Minecraft. See, I think layering, doing like bands, horizontal bands, is going to help break up some of these surfaces and make it a little cooler to look at. Let's clear our inventory. I want some stairs to put on the bottom. I don't know why. Instinct says bamboo. Random block, but I want to try this real quick. This will not be spawn proof though, unfortunately. Something like that. Don't know what to do with stuff like that in the corners. Let's just say we do a random bamboo block there. And probably connect those. And then let's do another where this is. This one will most likely stay the terracotta color because we need the blue terracotta because we need to keep that on the interior of the farm. And that and that. That probably wouldn't come around the front like that, but oh well. We'll do this for now, just to see. Now let's say we close off the corners. Actually, I don't know about that. What if we do this? Go back to my end rods. Where are my end rods? I don't think we're going to be using bamboo, but everything right now, material-wise, is subject to change. 'Cause it's a little chaotic. I thought that I was going to have a center line, but I guess not. Let's go this way. Actually, I do kind of want to flip this. Okay, and do another this way. I can confidently say I've never built anything like this before. Okay. Go like that. I feel like I should probably get rid of this pattern right here. That's, I think, a little too much right now. Let's take this out. I do like putting the frog lights behind the glass, though. Or behind the, whatever those are called. Fences. I think this one we should just continue. And bring this up. And extrude. Hopefully I'm not messing up any of my redstone. Guess we'll find out later. Okay, let's do this all the way. And then probably cap this off in the corner as well. Okay, we got one band. I honestly don't hate the bamboo. I may change my mind later, but we'll see. I need some other type of band above it. I feel like maybe this is where the fences come in. I don't know if I would do bamboo again, though. I kind of feel like I should do pale oak. It needs to be able to be, like, visible on there. I don't know if I like that. What about a fence gate? I feel like the edges of a fence gate are a lot less harsh compared to like the edges of a fence because they're so like jagged. That feels a little too high up. I don't know if I like this though. Let's put this here and look at it. We're at the point too where this is going to be reflected on the inside, and that might not be a bad thing. So like, where's my warped wood? Warp stem. It's like this would be on the inside, but that's not terrible. Like if you see it from here, it's fine. What if I did this instead? No, not it. Too much texture. I need a little muted texture. I can do stairs, and it won't mess up the inside. That's probably too much texture. Take out these. And that's still smooth on the inside. Kind of, what does it look like from here? That's fine. But then it's got that like depth to it. It still feels a little high. If I flip it, the shadow at the top probably will still feel a little high. Yeah, it feels like it needs to go lower. If I do this, meet in the middle. I feel like it needs to be a smooth color. Like, I wish I could do that with the blue terracotta. Petition to make stairs out of terracotta. I don't get why that's not a thing. I may have already said that earlier. Honestly, couldn't tell you. Let me go back to stairs. I could try mud bricks. That looks good with this color scheme. That's still the same texture, though. No, I think I want to go back to the blue terracotta and add something. I feel like the word's topical. Something on the outer edge. I don't want it to be... Oh, I definitely messed up two things right there. I think we're good now. I messed something up. Maybe I need to just pull this up. Like, maybe that's my problem. That's definitely possible. I like the spacing of it. Like, with the spacing between the end rods seems pretty good. So I could... Let's try pulling it up one. That. Take this out. And then let's take this out. Need more stairs for everything for sure. There's never enough stairs. And I hate being like limited by the block I can use just because it doesn't have a stairs option. But quite often I find myself in that situation. Where I'm like, well, can't use that one then. I think this may be it. This may be the move. It still feels a little low. But maybe... Now I just need this up here. That doesn't even look any different. You can barely even tell. Debating. I'm debating if I like it lower or higher. I think I like it higher. This looks like a mouth. Let's bring this all up. Wow, bamboo sounds so nice. I always forget. It's got a great sound design. Take all these. That and that. And let's take these out. That can go too. Okay, actually I didn't need to take that out. Oh, wait, no, I did it right. I think. Oh no, I didn't. This one stays. Okay. Pull this back. Let's stick with that for now. I think it could be altered, but it's a start for that section. We need to start bringing in some of these other colors, or like controlling the colors a little bit more. I am gonna step away real quick. I'll be right back, and we'll get back to this when I am back. So just a second. All right. Let's see. What do we have going on? What next, really, is the question. I feel like the wool colors are starting to influence my color choices. So I'm so used to seeing this all colorful now that I'm like, okay, just keep going with color. So these, if we want to stick with where this is at, these all need to become skulk. Which, I've been hesitant to do anything with the skulk because I didn't want to mess with the interior. But I think I'm pretty confident that this would all stay skulk if we're going to use this. And I think we can add something to it to give it more... a little less skulk vibes, a little more wall vibes. But yeah, I got into watching Breaking Bad recently. I watched it a long time ago, never got very far with it. If I do this, that's visible on the inside. Never got very far with it. But with all the Schedule 1 stuff lately, I've just been in the mood to watch it again. And I don't know why I even stopped. I like was so close to finishing the show. I think I got to maybe season 3 before I stopped, and there's only 5 seasons. So I imagine when I did watch it, I was probably under the impression that there was like, it was in the middle of production and there's going to be like 20 more seasons, as a lot of shows used to be. But no. 5 seasons only, so I'm like, why didn't I finish this? So we're working on that. Something's not vibing with me on this skulk. I feel like I definitely need to start covering it up a lot. So first thought is, can I take this down? I think I can take these all down. I'd like to take these down too, but I have a feeling I can't. Okay, I can. I lied. So I'm wondering if I just like start covering this thing with bars, if it will help. That didn't help. Fence. What about fences? No, I don't think any of those are the vibe. Maybe I just need to commit and keep trying. Sometimes that is the best thing to do. Okay, no. Definitely not that. Okay, this is too much skulk. Maybe we just go with blocks. Go back to quartz. So I may have... Stop it! I keep on breaking the wrong block. These bars are too easy to accidentally miss. Okay. But yeah, I'm kind of going for like a framework around the skulk vibe. Kind of like what we're doing over there. With the orange on the glass. And then this would probably go back to slab. Yeah, I can break these. Let's do this one. Actually, that should probably go back one more to here, if anything. Can this go away? No, that can't go away. Keep on accidentally bringing this skulk. That's too much like a grid, but it looks better. I don't like this little waffle texture though. Let me think. See, this looks funny. I feel like, 'cause it feels like it needs to go down this way. Let me take these out. Let's see what these look like. If we just kept it all. There's like bands going back. Can all of this come out? No. Some of that has to stay. Like, that's another one that can't go. No, I feel like this has to come back. I need to go to a distance so I can actually see what my options are. I wish I could just flip iron trapdoors the way I want them to without having to put them on redstone. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I guess I do have pale oak trapdoors now. It's an option. What if I use this? I am kind of limited once I get to that point, though. It's probably better to have it go up. I would probably... I want to cover both of those, warped wood. We're running into issues right here with the, blocks that can't be moved. Oh, wait. I don't even have to look at them because of the, warped wood. That's a problem, though. I could just put whatever I want there, though. You can barely see it. So, like, if I wanted to put quartz there, I could. Like, that's not terrible. I would probably just put quartz here, too. Which... that impacts all of these, unfortunately. Options. This looks funny right here. If I did this, I take it out. I could replace all these with stairs, I think. I think that's a little better. You can barely even tell on this side. What is this? Oh, weird. Go back to that option. Let me go back to my space references. I could do like horizontal bands with small vertical ones. At least on one of these sides. That one's kind of thin though. I don't know on this one. This one I'm a little stumped. See, I didn't even pull that way. Let me take out all this framing. It just feels like ribs. Like, kind of weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it better than just ribs. Something's gonna have to give there. Actually, no, I want this here. Or maybe I pull it out one more, give it some depth. We'll leave it. We'll leave it for now. But let me pull all this out. Try something different. That's fine-ish. That there. Now let me go back to this being skulk for now. Okay, now give me quartz stairs. I did this up here. And run it there. Did I just break? Oh, that. I feel like it needs to be bumped out one. And get rid of that. I think I like that less than the last thing. It's got like this overhang here. Not for me, not the vibe. Yeah, I'm limited on what I can do with these sculpt blocks since a lot of it's reflected on the inside, and if that means I need to add another layer on the outside, that we might be at that point. Why don't I just make everything this blue terracotta for now? We're gonna extend this out. I can change the colors later. I think these can all... No. They cannot all. Let's pull this up. Where was that? Was that in the same spot? Yeah. We'll pull this up. And that stays where it's at. Actually, can I... No, it's gotta be that one. See, I feel like this needs to now go back here. So we might lose a piece of this, but that's fine. Let's do this. Yeah, maybe we just keep it to one material type. And I can change the materials later. Once I know a little more of shapes and form. But these are at least colors that I can work with because I can actually see what I'm doing. That is frustrating when I can't actually see it. Thank you everybody who liked the stream on YouTube. It really does help and I appreciate the support. Glad to have you all here. Be sure to check out the other videos if you haven't seen them on our channel. Subscribe and feel free to join us on Twitch as well. If you're interested, I do also have a Discord linked into the description of the video. You're welcome to join that. That's where I send a lot of the updates on when I'm going to be live and everything. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Okay, if we use this right here. I didn't like the cornice piece because it was way too... the overhang was a little too much for me. So what if we do cap on top? Not really for me. If I was designing this in survival, this would be taking me forever. When are we ending stream today? I usually aim for about 4 hours. We're at about 2.5. So probably in about an hour and a half or so. Give or take. I may get to a point though where I need to just like watch a movie and figure out options. Because this is a very different style than what I've normally done. So it's taking me a little longer than normal. Let's see. I really wish I could use the vertical iron trap doors on everything. Maybe I should stop spending so much time on this little section right here, though. That one's giving me a hard time to get it to, like, blend in with the other stuff. If I use a... I don't have any resin, so if I actually wanted to use resin, I'd have to go collect it all. Yeah, Crow, maybe resin is the orange block. Have some shepherd's pie. That sounds really good. This is not the move. I also didn't even do anything for this. Back here, I keep forgetting. Oh no, I filled it in. I forgot about that now. We're okay, we're okay. The problem here is just all of these are all reflected on the outside. And like, I can't put a solid block on top of that without creating this gap. And if I take that away, actually I can take that away. What can I can't take these away though, without it showing up. What about that on the inside? What does that look like? I could probably do this. 2, 3, and like do one here too or something. Cover that up, maybe. That I can actually cover this up. That might be the move, because having all this skulk showing is becoming a problem. If I gave this like a little arch to it. That might work. Because the inside doesn't look terrible. I do need to pull some of these back. I don't like this right here. Hold on, let me try this. And take this. It's not smooth quartz. That one got off. So I could do that. I don't love this shape right here. That's okay. Let's see. Not upset about that. I'm not actually sure what I said that you're responding to. I completely forgot all the words that just left my mouth like 2 minutes ago. I feel like we can work with this shape a little bit better than the last one. I definitely have an excess of skulk I don't need anymore, but that's okay. As far as like shape of roof, I'm not completely sure. I haven't had to do a roof shape yet. It feels like it probably needs to be domed, but I don't want to do that with that right here. We may just offset it all back a little. Keep it flat, but come back here. Do do these back here. I can't say anything about there being, let me see, dirt. Any drainage issues, because I doubt we even... I mean, there's not rain here, so it doesn't even matter. But typically I'd be, like, worried about this on a roof, where, like, water would collect. I feel like I liked it shorter. Heading out. Well, thanks for stopping by, Blurry. Glad you were able to make it. And yeah, I'll see you on Friday. Have a good rest of your night. Enjoy your shepherd's pie. I don't know why. I kind of like honeycomb as a block. I don't get to use it a lot. Oh, you're not upset about that. The resin blocks. I think that's what we were talking about. I've done this before where I used trapdoors on honey blocks. At least I think I did, if I remember correctly. Yes. That looks... No. That's not the combo I like. I don't like that at the top of the build. Yeah, I don't like this band at the top right here. It needs end rods. End rods everywhere. I did like that with the end rod in between. I feel like that's gonna look not right. Yeah, it's not terrible. I feel like that needs to go right here, actually. No. Back to how it was. It's definitely hard to make like shapes with the white blocks. Okay, let me look at my inspo pics again. Honestly, some of the easiest things to read in these pictures are like the Lego sets, which honestly too, sometimes Lego sets are very helpful when you're trying to get like a nice shape to something. There's this lunar moon base that kind of looks like I could use the shape. Ooh, that actually is giving me an idea for something over here. I need a stair, not this, but give me my smooth. Yeah, I can barely see what I'm doing with these blocks. I need color. I do kind of want to try the resin. I haven't built with the resin. It's such a bright color. And it has walls. Amazing. You never know if a block you get that's new is gonna have walls or not. Hit or miss. I don't have a resin farm though, and I don't have plans to make one anytime soon. So I would probably have to manually collect all this. Actually, that kind of looks cool. That texture. We may skip what I've been working on and go to this part. I thought the texture may be a little too much, but with just like the solid purple, it's not bad. With the like blue terracotta that looks purple, but for some reason it's called blue. Yeah, I'm looking at something where they have like a little window on the inside of a shape like this. I think we can make this work. Lego's basically IRL Minecraft for sure. Resin. Ooh, and we've got chiseled. I can put that to use. Let's do this. Oh, and then just regular blocks of resin. Hold on. Might need to focus on this here for a second. Forget that weird thing that I have been staring at for too long. At least we could like break this up with different colors or different resin blocks. I feel like this should just go here. Oh wait, no, that's gonna show up on the inside. It's in the corner. It looks funny. No, go back. I feel like I'd rather this be the case. I don't even know why I still have these here. I couldn't even see them from a distance, so we'll get rid of them. I'd rather have a clean surface for this brick to run into. Why don't I just do this? Use our replace tool. Oops. Oh, I can't undo. I don't know what I just undid. Oh well. I think this was... Oh, it messes up when I do that replace block. That there? Yeah, that was there. Okay, this needs a band up here. And then I think it needs another. Yeah, we'll definitely have to break this up a bit, but I think we can make it work. I think I'm gonna leave the glass the way it is, because that's the way the farm is actually designed, and I don't want to mess up the spawning if I can avoid it. I am gonna have to do a test though at some point and like go up to the platform and make sure that this actually can spawn magmas, but we'll figure that out later. Hopefully things go well. Otherwise I will cry. Not really, but... okay. Let's do... These are always so annoying. Okay. Man, by the time I get back into survival, I'm gonna be just like punching blocks, expecting them to go away, like it works in creative. This is giving like... Is it the Tory Burch logo or something? I feel like it's very similar to that logo pattern. Oh, I'm like, why is it not staring? I wasn't holding a stare, that's why. Do that. Get me out. I definitely put that in the wrong spot. This one also has really nice sound design. That and fill that. I think we can do something like that, but I feel like these need to be different. at least. At the minimum. But I feel like... Don't know about that. Let's just leave this for bricks now. Leave this as bricks for now. Words. Am I right? Okay, I'm gonna leave that the way it is. Do we have any band underneath? Yeah, I need to replace all these. I don't know what to do at the top of this. I guess we'll just stick with orange. Do that and that. Let's do this. And this. You have a feeling this is gonna, like, this design's gonna take longer than I originally thought, just because it's different. Not my usual. Okay, and these three. All I can see when I look at this is Groot. I am Groot. Let's replace all these. Yeah, I like working in the Basalt Delta solely because the sky is purple up here. I don't think I would have gone with a lot of this color scheme if it wasn't purple up here, because I was expecting it to be red, like in the rest of the Nether, but I was pleasantly surprised when I realized it's actually purple here. Okay, we got that. Let's go back here. And this one. Groot is an alien. I mean, he basically looks like the creaking. Just the creaking's a little... I don't know. Creaking looks like he got, like, distorted a little bit. Somebody said skew on Photoshop, and then they messed with Groot and then got the creaking. I need to rewatch that. Does the Guardians of the Galaxy have good futuristic buildings? Because honestly, it's been a long time since I watched it, and maybe I'll watch that for my homework. His creepy cousin. Yeah. He's the one no one talks about. Look up Guardians of the Galaxy buildings. The Guardians of the Galaxy Disneyland Resort building, kind of crazy. Kind of cool though. Interesting. This supposed to be here? Why is this here? I think I just set these back a little further. No, so that doesn't need to be there. We'll move these forward. And that. And this. Kind of funny. And bring this down. Do these ones. Okay. Put that there. I feel like I might switch some of these resin blocks later. I'm gonna stick to one thing at a time right now. I'll probably have to work on this a little bit over the weekend too and tweak it. I think I've mentioned before that I sometimes my creativity works best when I'm like only half focusing on what I'm doing. I have to be like multitasking, like watching a movie while I do something, or else I think too much. Ah. Yeah, I think we'll need to get some inspo somewhere, because I'm the kind of person where I can't like imagine things in my head. Yeah, you know that whole imagine an apple in your mind or whatever. Yeah, I can't see anything. I have to have like references. Something's off here. It's this one. Is something missing there? No. Just stairs. Okay, let's move up here. I kind of like this little pattern. Wait, that's it? That definitely is giving like Tory Burch or something. I think it needs that slab on the bottom, or it looks a little too much like a pattern. I think it's needed. Debating, but I think it's better with this. Like that obviously looks like a pattern too, but a little different. I don't know how to explain it. This could be like a fun thing though going forward, just making all of the nether roof farms a certain aesthetic. Lets me try something different. So I've never really had a situation where I needed to build things that were like spacey, sci-fi, futuristic. I kind of want to just go all out. This one down here. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do on like this part of the glass, but we'll figure that out later. I have no little bit of an idea at this point in time. It says you need a reason. You know, sometimes it's just the vibe of the area. And I feel like this definitely fits the vibe. Like, I like to make sure all my vibes are cohesive. And very rarely have I had a situation where I'm like, that's what I'm gonna stick with. So I'm excited to kind of have a good place to test it out. Go this way. And these ones. Yeah, I have a bad feeling though that I may end up just like not being able to spawn any magmas on this thing. So I don't even think I tried it on the skulk, but I'm fairly certain they should spawn on the skulk, no problem. I feel like this should go. I definitely gave up on putting these Groots in at some point. Okay, something's off right here. These shouldn't be here, I don't think. Should those be there? No, that's where the stairs go. Okay. Like something is not right. And I do need to put my Groots back in. Okay, these need Groot. I think that's all the ones I missed. And then stairs this way. We're at the redstone part of the build. Okay. Still don't know what I'm doing down the center of all this, but that's okay. And let's go ahead and do the stairs first. Let me out. I'm stuck. Yeah, note to self, if my schematic says anything about a wool, just ignore it. Because I know that there's going to be random wool pieces everywhere that I don't take out. Okay, let's do this one. What is this? Glass. And this one. Okay, I got all the Groots. I need to do the rest of the stairs. Let's put the slabs down here. I'm gonna have to trap him and name him not Groot. You know, maybe we need a mascot on the roof as well. I've got the hearts for it. I just don't have anywhere to put one. Okay, there's that. A little detour on what I was doing. Oh wait, and then here. That and that. Is that in the right spot? No, it's not. That and that and oh, did I break this one too? Do it this way. Where's my brick? You here. You here and you here. Kind of an irritating pattern to make. This should be all of it though. Give me my slabs. And bricks. And Groot. Then let's swap these. Get the 4 men for the farm. That'd be funny. I wonder if you could use them like a iron golem to attract magma. Da da da. Bam bam. Boom bop. Bam. Pow. Okay, I'm just ignoring that center part for now. Oh wait, I'm missing these. I think that should be all of that though. Okay. Yeah, it feels like I need to do something right here. I don't know what yet though. I'll leave that for now. Not so sure. I keep forgetting this doesn't need to be as tall as it is. Yeah, I think I need to connect these corners at least. I might just leave it like that. Leave that center open. Make sure it doesn't mess up what my spawning too much. I'm not looking forward to placing like buttons on everything. Oof. Okay, so we got this as our exit. Let me see. I need to work on finishing my coffee. Still have quite a bit left. My new cup finally came in. Very happy about it. But I barely can even fill it. I use espresso shots, and so the coffee itself does not take that much space in the cup. Whereas the person I was influenced to buy it from uses like cold brew, so they can fill it up really easily. Let's see. This has to be that, right? Yeah, it's the back side of this. We could potentially change that color though if I wanted. Okay, let's see. I kind of want to maybe give one of these like archways. That may be weird. The nice thing about like these sci-fi type builds is it's always like very much function over form, and it seems like the form just becomes whatever space is needed, which kind of fits with what I'm trying to do. Let me go back to I'm looking at some of these pictures. What color does this become? Maybe this just becomes all bamboo. Minus that weird piece of purple right there. Or no, maybe we just pop it out. Is this all? Yeah, this has to be. Why don't I use my replace tool? I keep saying that. Then I don't actually use it. I kind of want to do the same thing as over there, but maybe like vertical sections. If I did like... I don't really like orange on yellow, but I can be convinced. Okay, that's too much right there. I think we need to pull part of this forward. Do this. Wait, no, maybe we do it this way. I can't do, like, I want to put this here, but then I'm gonna have to get rid of these trapdoors. Maybe that's not a bad thing. I don't really like these colors, so this is probably not gonna be the combo. But I still want to see. Oh, it doesn't connect to walls. I forget about that. Oh, I wasn't gonna do it that way. I was gonna do it vertical. I don't like the colors, but wall. What other walls do I have? Why are these all boring wall colors? I can do maybe prismarine. I do have some prismarine on the inside of this thing, so it's not completely out of place. Prismarine color looks pretty next to the glow of the end rod. What if we cap it off? It looks a little too skinny in the middle, I feel like. Maybe not. Let me see. I don't think we would do it this way, but... don't know. I'm gonna keep going. See if it changes as I go. I probably should break up one side. Do something a little different over here. I want to leave it for now. Don't know what to do about the roof. Not gonna think about that right now. Question. Should I lower this cyan section on the side? Not really sure yet. we go low, that would probably be the lowest. I pulled that up for a reason, but now I'm like not so sure. I do feel like it needs to at least catch this. And that's basically back to how it was. Yeah, I feel like it needs to be at least that. To cap off the side of this farm. Yeah, I think we're kind of getting to the point where I'm gonna get like a baseline down, which is kind of what I'm working on, and then come back in and like add the details, because I feel like this is gonna need a lot of details for what I've done so far. There's a chain. I'm just like messing around right now at this point. That looks weird because it doesn't even like line up with it, but let me get rid of these for now. Undecided on that. Let me go back to some of these other options. It may need like a tower. I feel like it may need just like a vertical, tall vertical thing. Which I do need to get up to my AFK platform at some point. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. And maybe we can use a tower to get up there. Also, I've only been looking at it from this view. I have not really been looking at it from this view. Yeah, doesn't look too crazy this way. Was that the... No, that's the purple section. So I guess the question is, what do I do with this over here? I feel like I should bring in like green. This should actually go this way. Is that a weird pattern? Oh, I don't like that pattern. I do it this way. Is that even any different? I think that's the exact same. Yeah, that's the exact same. What about this way? That's a little bit of a pattern. For now. Don't know why I felt the need to put green in there. Probably won't stay. Let's see. I think once I get light on there, it may look better. It feels very dark right now, but also... It is just wool. There's no light on it. This needs to go. I don't know why this is still here. Yeah, I still don't know what I'm doing with this purple section right here. That one's kind of stumping me. I'm definitely not going to finish this today. I'm going to need like sleep on it. It's definitely one of those that I need to take a minute, figure out what I'm doing, and come back to it. I wish they had lights in Minecraft that are like little buttons. Like they're just, I could put a tiny little light at the center. So I want to put like a little light right here. That's not like extremely long like that. Because that looks weird from the side. But I like it from back here. Give me short end rods. On this side, it feels like I need a tall tower at the center of the farm. But on this side, I don't know if it necessarily feels it needs that on this side. Maybe. I think I'm at a point, everyone, where I need to like research. I need to find some inspiration. Because when I started today, this was not the style I was planning on going for. We just kind of like came across it as I considered the vibes. So typically before I do a new style, I usually try to find something that like matches what I'm going for. And I practice first. So this is just me freeballing it, and I think it shows. But I'm confident with some trial and error and some more inspiration, I can figure out something that I like that fits with this style. It almost feels like I may be going for too many colors, especially in this view, but I may need to like tone it down to a couple of colors. I do like the way that this is in here. So we may need to dial it back to that, but I need to mess around with it a little bit more. So I think that's going to be it for stream today. Thank you all for hanging out. I'm going to work on this a little bit more on my own and see what I can come up with. And I do need to get back to the edit. So those of you who did join, thanks again for liking the stream. Feel free to join the Discord if you haven't already. It's in the description for the YouTube video, or you can find it if you type in !Discord on Twitch. But yeah, feel free to join if you would like to hang out more. Appreciate you all being here, and hope to see you on Friday. But that being said, y'all have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.